It's been the home of the Panthers since 1996. Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. We welcome you to EA Sports coverage of the National Football League. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Carolina Panthers. We are ready, and so is Brandon Aubrey to kick this one off. And off we go from Charlotte. This is Jimmy Horn Jr. on the return. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. On play action, Young. He'll get this to his tight end, Jatavian Sanders. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
That's going to be incomplete. Looked like they had him for a second. They went into the bag of tricks. It almost worked. It's second down. From the gun, it's Young. He's going to look downfield once again. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here. They force the INT on the game's opening drive.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong. Let's correct it.
And he will score. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Cowboys. It's his third touchdown on the year. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with a run play is to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Chuba Hubbard. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And he's going to be out of bounds down at the 30. And another first down and another big gainer, this time 23 yards. Out of the shotgun, Young. That one's hauled in left side by McMillan. And he's into the end zone. What a response! Teteroa McMillan. Touchdown, Panthers.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession one. What are you going to do in response on possession two? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
This one taken at the 7. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. And the drive begins with a run by Williams. And tough running there. He's up to the 32. From his interior spot, that's Derek Brown on the tackle.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage.
The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Tershawn Wharton gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. That's into the hands of Jaden Blue. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. The Cowboys get their special teams out on the field. Trevor Etienne is back deep for Carolina. This brought in out past the 20. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 now from the 36. Back to throw, Young. Going to set up the screen here to Hubbard. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Give him 14 on that play, 1 1st down. Young to throw on 1st and 10. That one taken in right side by Legette. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. A big play for the Panthers. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. To throw is Young. He pulls it in around the 5. And a big collision there down near the goal line keeps him out of the end zone.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get 1 more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone. And
that is caught. What a job on the scramble. Teteroa McMillan. Touchdown, Carolina. That his 2nd touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year. What an opening quarter he is having. Greg, that is 2 touchdown receptions here in the 1st quarter.
Mike, all this guy has to do is keep this pace up, and he's going to have himself 8 touchdowns. But in all seriousness, if I'm this quarterback, I'm not looking anywhere else until this defense proves they have an answer, because right now, they don't have one.
Here's Seibert now for the point after. He's got it, and the Panthers will take a 14-6 lead. Seibert now following the touchdown. He's out to kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. On the play fake, Dak. This one intercepted. That's the safety, Jalen Thompson. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
You know, for the good corners, Mike, they all share this certain mentality, right? It's bring it on. I want the best. I want the ball thrown in my direction. So anytime they get a chance to break up a play and silence an opposing offense, but man, when they get a chance to take one away and get their hands on it, that is what they live for.
That is brought in at the 10. And he's going to be brought down. That is a gain of 20. And what a chance now. 1st and goal coming up.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. And it's a great example why.
And he will score! Chuba Hubbard. Touchdown, Panthers. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. They're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
After the touchdown, here's Seibert to kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
He'll let this go deep for Tolbert. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 72 yards. Touchdown, Dallas. A beautiful combination in the air there, the pass downfield, and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Horn now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Young quickly out. The Cowboys have it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, But before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He'll get that to Javonte Williams. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 1 quarter in the books. The Panthers off to the early advantage. And will return to Charlotte in a moment. On to the second quarter. Cowboys possess the football as they've got it with 1st and 10. On play action, here's Dak. A throw on the move is caught.
One of the biggest challenges of playing zone defense is defending a quarterback when they break contain of the pocket. All the zones have to move along with the quarterback, and it is just a lot of stress put back there, and you're able to find a soft spot, and they're able to connect.
Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him, take him down behind the line. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Dak. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down. Williams is in. Touchdown, Dallas. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. On the return, here's Trevor Etienne. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. On the RPO, that one is complete. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. He's got his man. That's Leggett. 12 yards on that hookup. It's good for a Panther 1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
And he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard. It was Zach Sealer in on the tackle. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and 9. Throwing is Young. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Open man is Horn. It's complete. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down? They'll go Young. That's going to be caught. And he's not going to get away. They got him right down after. The catch, great rally to the ball to force a turnover on downs.
Well, that was a disaster. I like the call. I like going for it on fourth down. Give your offense a chance to extend this drive and maintain possession, but after going the wrong way, now they're going to have to watch the other team take over after failing to move the chains.
He's going to let one go deep for Lamb. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. And it'll bring up second down. Now a toss, left side, it's Williams. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. He dropped for the loss of a yard. On third down, Prescott. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Get this drive started. On the ground, it's Hubbard. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down. So, 2 minutes to play in a back and forth first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. On 1st and 10, here's Young. That's to the left side, hauled in by Leggett. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Here's Young. On the run to the right. Now he takes off. And Young will have a first down, able to slide to avoid the contact at the end of the play.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short, one of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it, but a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield, take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
On first down is Young. Oh, high throw there, but a nice job to go up and get it. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
Really nice job here by the tight end, understanding that if you're not open, get open. And if you are open, stay open. He found a nice void in the zone on the backside of the defense, friendly to the quarterback. Nice pickup.
Young hands it to Hubbard. And a short pickup down inside the 10. The Panthers will take their first timeout. The clock is stopped with 26 seconds until the break. Throwing on second down, Young. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They'll go play action with Young. And that is incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down.
Seibert's kick is good. And the Panthers get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well. You're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. Cavante Turpin on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Play action now. Prescott. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep this one on the ground. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they get the timeout. Third down, they need 5. To throw is Prescott. Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it, and that's going to bring an end to this first half. Three points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. On the return, here's Turpin. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Quick shot caught by Tolbert on the slant. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. From the 33, here's 2nd and 7. Play fake. Prescott. He'll go right back to Tolbert. He's got it again. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Here comes Williams on the toss to the right. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. They'll go play action. It's Prescott. Open man down the field. It's Ferguson. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. They get 21 on that one. 1st down, Cowboys. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And he brings it down to about the 28-yard line. It is Ryan Neal there to bring him down. They face 2nd down and 7. On the play fake, Dak. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Derek Brown. In for the sack. It's a loss of 9 and sets up 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. And that is incomplete.
Little miscommunication there now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
And that is no good. He missed it. And this is going to remain a 3-point game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
Young to throw on 1st and 10. Going to set up the screen here to Hubbard. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 13 yards to start that drive, and a quick 1st down.
This is a great opportunity now for the offense to really seize control of this game. They just saw their opponent miss a field goal try, come out aggressive on the ensuing possession, strike deep early. Now see if they can put this drive together and end it with some points.
And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
On 2nd down, Young. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. DeMarvion Overshown there on the tackle. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, Young. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
They need to get to the 22, but now face third down. That one's hauled in left side by McMillan. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Panthers will extend their third quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
On the return, here's Turpin. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. They run over center with Williams. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. It is Ryan Neal there to bring him down. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Prescott. Short throw brought in by Schoonmaker. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Oh, there's movement up front. That's going to make this third down a lot tougher. Prescott from the gun on third down. This one caught by CeeDee Lamb. And he is very close to the first down, but an eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
They'll go for it. It's Williams. And he's going to have a Cowboys first down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches. On play action, here's Dak. And that is incomplete. They couldn't hook up there as time has expired. The third quarter has come to an end. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force third down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
This will be intercepted by Marshawn Lattimore. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back end coverage work together. Man, that was big time ball.
A give up the middle, it's Hubbard. And they'll take this down inside the 35. It'll be a pickup of 10. It's a Carolina first down.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
Young to throw on first down. That one complete to Leggett. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. 6 catches for him in the ballgame now, and this one's good for a first down.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. They're going to see if they can put this one out of reach.
On 1st and 10, here's Young. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. So pushed back to the 11-yard line for 2nd and goal. On the ground, this is Hubbard, and he's going to get this down to the 10-yard line. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. The ball comes out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands.
You can see the relief on his face. He gets up and he goes, I got away with one there. I was a little loose with the ball, and fortunately for the ball carrier, he was close enough to the sideline that he gets a friendly bounce. You're not always going to be that lucky. You have to protect the ball at all costs, and it's a little easier to learn that lesson when you get back in the huddle, and fortunately for you, it's still your ball.
So here's Seibert, made the field goal a moment ago, and now we'll kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. On the toss, it's Williams. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That is caught downfield by Pickens. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Here's Prescott. Oh, a loose football. The Panthers have it. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
On first down is Young. That's to the receiver, Horn. And he will get into the end zone. Jimmy Horn Jr. Touchdown, Carolina. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. his first NFL touchdown. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
The Panthers will take their first timeout. So now the Panthers and Young will attempt the two-point conversion. They're going to try to run it in. And he will get into the end zone. And that bumps this up to a 3-score lead.
Not a real complicated breakdown needed here, Mike. In short yardage situations like that, if you have confidence in both your back and your offensive line, sometimes it's the simplest plays that have the best results.
This is fielded inside the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Dak going to throw it here on first down. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect.
And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Just really a disappointing performance. I'm a little surprised, Mike, that he continues to put the ball in danger this often. I mean, to make a couple mistakes early on, that happens, but at some point you got to make a correction, and until he does, this defense just continues to make him pay.
From the gun, it's Young. First down throw there is incomplete.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
Young quickly out to Leggett. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They're going to run right over center with Hubbard. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Hubbard. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Two minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Another run here with Hubbard. That's going to be pretty close. Looked at first glance that he had it end. He does. 1st down.
Really nice play call there that time. I think early on the quarterback realized pretty quickly, Mike, this is a light box. We got to take advantage of it. They get the right run call dialed up, and they're able to move the chains.
On 1st down, it's right back to Hubbard. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down, they need 7. Victory formation here. as he's down to a knee. Third, they need 8. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. Here's Austin Seibert now to try the field goal. This from extra point range, a 33-yard field goal attempt. So it's over. It's a win for the Panthers.